Morning, Zambia. This is Barry Mtapa. I'm here once again to speak to you. One of the things that I've discovered in life that people don't know where they want to be. And as such, we fail to sustain our development. We fail to sustain our achievements. We've discovered that most of the people, you find that they will start maybe a business, and then after 2-3 months, they fail to sustain where they were. And that is why people fail to plan and to see how they can remain on top. Once they begin to do their business, they begin to develop their own self, they begin to develop their families, they begin to develop companies and entrepreneurships. And that's why today I want to talk to you about setting a goal and how you can stay on there. Setting goals is just one of the biggest skills that people we need to develop as individuals. And we develop this, it will take us to a level that we are able to remain sustainable on top of that business, on top of what you are doing, on top of the skill. Me, I'm a believer that it doesn't have to be for you to work in a company, for you to remain on top. Most of the people that are making money and are being successful are those that are entrepreneurs, are those that are using their skills, those are using their knowledge that they have gained over time. They have gathered knowledge from maybe their employment. They have gathered knowledge maybe from cooperatives, from being associated with such great men. And as such, they are able to set their own life on course. And it's very, very important as an individual. You need to learn how to set goals. Most of the people find it difficult that we overestimate our goals and our objectives, just trying to impress other people. But you discover that you need not to overestimate when you are trying to achieve something. Just try to set a goal. Setting a goal will help you to achieve your dream. It will help you to see where your destination is, your journey. And as such, you need to know how to set your goals. This is a skill that you need to develop. It's the same with companies. They set goals at the beginning of the year. That, for example, want to reach our sales volume from 1,000 to 2,000. They set goals that they want to penetrate the market. Maybe after 2 years, they need to penetrate through the other regions. They set goals that they want to establish a brand that is able to see, even in the individuals, in the consumers, in the retailers, in the wholesalers, all chains of productions, all chains of process and distribution. They set those targets and set goals that they're able to achieve. It's the same way with individuals. We need to reach a level that we're able to set goals that in 2-3 years, I want to see my life to be where I want to see my life to be at this level. I want to see my life to be at this point. And once you set those goals, once you set the skill, if you are a footballer, you're supposed to say, where should I be? Should I be playing in the National Division League? Or should I be playing in National Premier League? Or should I be playing in the national team? So you need to set goals that in 2 years' time, I should stop playing in this league and begin to play in the higher league. And it has to help you. What activities that are going to help you to achieve, to arrive at that goal? So after you set a target that I want to reach this goal, you need to break them in 2 years, in 2 months, in 2 quarterly. You attach activities, what we call action plans. That action plan will help you to arrive at that goal. It will help you to mobilize your resources. What resources do you need to have in order to reach at that goal that you've set at the beginning of the year? At that goal you've set as a family, where do we want to see ourselves as a family? In 1 year, 2 years from now, what is it that we need to do? What resources do we need to gather in order for us to reach that goal? What resources do you need as an individual? For example, you want to say, I want to reach a top of a certain position in a company. You need to set goals that what resources are you going to use? You need to look around yourself. What things are you good at? Because if you photocopy what other strategies other people have done, it will not work for you. What can work for other people will not work for you. You need to find your own lane. You need to find your own things that you are good at, that you are passionate about, and then set that target time frame that by this time I need to arrive at this stage. I need to reach this position. Through that, you are able to gather resources. Setting goals helps you to plan. Setting goals, number 2, helps you to know where you are going. Setting goals helps you to understand your strengths and your weaknesses. Setting goals helps you to identify opportunities. Where do I need to take these resources for me to arrive at a set target? When you look at those things, those 4 that I've highlighted, those are able to help you to stay focused. So setting goals will help you to stay focused on what you are supposed to arrive. I've heard many people who say, mwashibukeni bana nani, atao chilikurufe natubuka ifo chilifi yofini, lesa napala natubuka. That shows that that person doesn't know where he wants to be in 1 year or 2 years. Through that, you're able to discover that many people don't know what they want to do in a particular day. They fail to plan how they're going to arrive at that. When somebody wakes up today and then begins to tell you that I don't know what is happening, as long as I've woken up, God has made me alive today. That is a very bad statement. We need to change that statement. How? By setting goals. Where do you want to live and to arrive in a year's time? And through that, you are able to inculcate those knowledge, those skills. You identify the skills, the opportunities. Where do I need to invest the resources that I have? Using your own strength. Some have got strength in knowledge. Some have got strength in many things. There are many things that you and me, we are able to do, that we are able to identify ourselves with. If we're able to identify those things, it will help us to arrive at the set goal and target. My brothers and sisters, father and mother, today we need to make a decision. Where do you want to reach? Because success goes with age. Those that have got a long life of age, if they started well at the early age, by the time they reach 50s, 60s, they have achieved greater things in life. So therefore, we need to take mindful of time. Time management will help us, because if you're able to manage your time, it will help you to identify the time that you're unable to work within that time. Discipline your body to reach at a certain goal, at a certain level, that you are able to manage your time. Because if you waste time in doing useless things, irrelevant things, you will never reach your set target. You need to allocate your time to the resources that you need to do. If you say, for example, I need to do a meeting in 10 minutes, stick to time. Time management helps you to able to allocate the resources in a very good way, because you've diversified in many other aspects of life that you need to achieve, and therefore you need to know how to manage time. Time management will help you to stay focused, will help you to implement resources, will help you to achieve the action plans that you've lined up. The action plans, what I mean, are activities. I'm simply saying, what activities are you supposed to do in order to arrive at the goal that you've set? If, for example, you want to be a CEO at one time, what things should you do? Activities should you do to help you at that stage? Definitely, you need to work on your knowledge, the qualifications. You need to work on your speech. You need to work on things that are able to interact with. We need to be able to learn many skills, because for you to reach at a level of being a CEO, you need to have a bigger heart to accommodate all departments, able to understand the full picture of the business, understand the external environment, what things that are able to impact on your business. These are things that are able to help you. And what is it that is able to help you? You will start bit by bit. You don't need to overshadow yourself, overburden yourself with a lot of things at once. That's why it draws me to a time, the area statement I said about time allocation. Time management will help you to allocate that activity to a certain time. In this time, from morning to what time, I'm supposed to do this. From this time to that, I'm supposed to do this. Through that, it will help you to do a lot of things in a short time. Without time management, setting goals will just be a waste of time. And when you are setting goals, you don't have to copy the goals of your neighbor. You don't have to set your goals of your friend. That because maybe other friend is able to achieve, I'm going to do the same thing that my friend did. It doesn't work like that. You need to find your own strength. Because if you find your own strength, no matter when you face barriers and hurdles in that goal that you want to achieve, you are able to overcome, because you have attached to your skills. Your passion and your skills will drive you to reach at that time. But if you photocopied your ideas or your goal from your friend, once things become hard, you give up easily. Let's discover our strength. Let's discover our strength. What strength do you have? The best strength is our resources, our skills that we've nailed, our knowledge that we've gathered, the things that we love most. Those are the things that are our strength. They were able to push us to a certain level that we were able to arrive at our goals. Let us begin to learn to set goals. Setting goals is one of the skills that will help you to reach at one stage. After setting goals, learning the activities that are going to help you. Set activities every day. After every day, you set for a week, you set for a month. In a month, I'm supposed to do this. In a week, I'm supposed to do this. In a day, I'm supposed to do this. You find that we are able to do most of these things when you are working for someone. But when we are working for ourselves, we fail to implement the same standards, the same things that we've learned from other companies. Because from that, we are paid for a salary. But for our own things, we become reluctant. We should push hard. Zambia needs young men and women that are able to set targets and say enough is enough. We need to push for us to reach at that goal. We need to set targets and able to mobilize the resources to reach at that set target. Mother Zambia, I encourage you today, this morning, look within yourselves. What is it that you want to achieve? Where do you want to see yourself? Begin to have a plan. Begin to set a roadmap that this is where I want to reach when I reach this age. This is where I want our family to be after 2 years. This is where I want my family. This is where I want my marriage. This is where I want my business. This is where I want my career to reach. This is where I want my football career. Whatever you are doing, if you are in any industry, where do you want to see yourself after 2 years? It shouldn't be that you just wake up without a purpose, without a plan, without a target in your mind. You discover that you end up aimlessly. You waste your resources. You spend anyhow because you don't have where you want to reach tomorrow. Therefore, the resources will help you. Certain targets will help you where to allocate your resources, where to allocate your income, where to save, how to save. That if I save today, every day 50 kwacha, by 7 years from now, I'll be able to acquire a certain amount of money to begin my business. Setting targets helps you to tune up your mind to be focused. It helps you to think hard. It will push you to review yourself that I've not done anything because I've not achieved what I say I'm going to achieve. Setting targets has a lot of benefits. It will help you to plan well your life. It will give you a purpose when you wake up. You will not be answering at Chukuruna Abucha, but you'll be saying, by today, I need to do this because I didn't accomplish yesterday's mission. Therefore, today I need to touch here and there. After you touch there, you tick off those. You will never go back to the same. Your life will change because you've done and accomplished that thing which you are supposed to achieve in a month, in a week, in a year, in 7, 10 years. Therefore, learn to set targets as individuals, as entrepreneurs. Your own fame, your own target. Don't just wake up and just saying moving anyhow. Have the vision where you are going to reach today. You don't have to be static at one point. You don't have to be static at 2 days. Be able to stand firm and able to plan. See a bigger picture. See opportunities. Look at your within yourself. Your strength begins with your skills. If you are good at photography, improve your work on it. Begin to learn how to edit. Begin to learn other skills. What are things that are involved for me to reach at a certain stage? Where am I supposed to reach for me to begin to move at a certain level? If you are in business, you are a footballer, you want to begin to work somewhere. Develop that skill. Begin to train hard. Begin to do a lot of things that will be able to help you to reach at that target. Because of that, it will help you to push you hard, to work hard. Because you are working towards a purpose. Targets helps us to work towards a purpose. And that is key to help us to move each day. We are coming to a close of the year. That's why I've come up with this topic to help us to set targets. At the end of the year, what you wanted to achieve, you are going to sit as an individual, as a company, as a business, as a family, as a couple, as a relationship. You sit and able to review how far have we achieved. We said we are going to be at this level, but we failed to achieve. What made us not to achieve? After you identify what made you not to achieve, work on it, correct those things. Maybe it's the resources. I know the economy has become bad because of the COVID-19, but we need to review what made us not do that. On COVID-19, we have no control, but we need to do those things that we have control. Let us begin to work on them. Those things that we don't have control, let us begin to sit as an individual, as a company, as an entrepreneur, as a couple, as a family. What we failed to achieve because of COVID, what has made us to look at other opportunities? What can we do differently this year or next year to help us improve and reach at a certain stage? Begin to learn to set goals. Setting goals is the key to a successful life. It will give us a purpose. It will give us a life plan. It will give us a mindset able to stay focused. It will tune our thinking, and it will motivate us to arrive at our target. It will help us to know where we need to achieve, where we need to do well. Because of that, setting targets will help us to do this. I help you and I want to help you. And if you haven't spoken about your business sector, you need to look within yourself. Where do I want to be? How can I arrive at that point? What resources do I need to do? What did I not do correctly in the past months that I need to work on? Begin to review your resolutions. Many say they will achieve this, but at the end of the year, we discover that they have done nothing because they were not working with a set target. They were not working, they didn't know how to set up their activities, how to discipline their bodies, how to discipline them to attach to that time management. We waste our time at the whole year thinking that we're able to achieve that, but we need to allocate time. Every day have something to do that will push you forward, that will help you to grow your life, that will help to motivate yourself, to have that self-development. Because only us, if we develop as individuals, if we know how to manage our own targets, are we able to impact the larger picture? Are we able to impact the society? Are we able to impact our communities and our companies and our businesses that we are managing? Let us set targets. It is a key to success. I therefore encourage you. This is what differentiates givers up and those that know where they are going. With these few words, I say thank you.